We're on a quest to find out whether it's the rider or the machine that makes the biggest difference in performance. We've got 2 machines with about 30 horsepower and 2 machines with about double that, and our riders have varying levels of skill. In the last episode, we ran a tight woods course with no long straightaways and barrel races. There was little variation in our times, but the best time was put down by the most experienced rider on the lowest power machine, clearly showing that in tight technical scenarios, the rider makes the biggest difference. However, we've designed today's courses to let these machines stretch their legs and really showcase the power of the machine. Will the more skilled riders still be able to bridge the gap between machine and man, or will having a more powerful machine prove to be advantageous? Let's get into it.
Financial by a mile, baby. Win is winning.
Is this going to be on YouTube?
Handle that. Does someone need a mechanic? All right, guys, welcome to Top Quad episode 2. We've got another warm day here. The heat index has been over 100 degrees this week, but today it's at least a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. So far, rider skill has been able to make up for having a more powerful machine. But if you've placed your bets on that being the case in every scenario, you might want to wait until you see these next competitions. Let's jump into it with the first competition, the drag race, but this isn't just any ordinary drag race. We've added some extra dynamics so that rider skill can possibly make up for the more powerful machines.
All right, guys, we're at the drag race. It's not your typical straight line drag, start down here, finish down there. We're doing a ribbon inspired by Too Fast, Too Furious, where they race the muscle cars down, around a barrel and back, and then their partner takes off to finish the race.
All right, you each got a barrel to go around down at the end of the road here. Second wave got to sit tight till your partner crosses this line right here. First team to go down and back twice wins the race. The losers will hand over them keys.
So it's a ribbon. Goes to the end of the field, takes a hard, wide left turn, and then finishes out over here in the sun. We're gonna do 2 different runs and mix up the order a little bit to make things fair.
I'm super stoked about the out and back on the drag race because I don't have that much power and maybe they can't corner very well and I could actually pull it out.
All right, guys, let's get into it. The first heat is going to be Tyrese versus Jessie. As soon as Jessie crosses the line, I'll be able to take off, and as soon as Tyrese crosses the line, Pete will be able to take off.
Not a chance. Not a chance at all.
Try to race with my buddy.
Tyrese had Jessie dead to rights in that straightaway. If he didn't stall it out in the corner, I'm sure he would have taken that one. Jessie kept his composure, took the inside corner, and finished out strong. Unless I messed up, I don't think there was any way we were losing that one. Let's line them up again, and we'll switch up the order. This time, Tyrese and I will line up first, and then it will be Pete and Jessie as the anchors.
Oh! You know, this Kawasaki's got a lot of horsepower, and I think I can edge out Tyrese here. If I have to get him in the turn, I'll do that, but I think I got this one.
Oh man, hey, I'm gonna leave off in second and try to box him out, stay in the inside lane, just go as fast as I can.
That was a tight race, bro.
why I could not get the turn figured out. I would be close, then I would botch the turn every time. I was up on 2 wheels, I'd take it too wide, too far inside. It just wasn't my turn.
Oh, man.
You did the same shit I did.
I overshot the shit out of that, man.
I seen you when you did it. I heard you say, oh, shit.
Ah, shit! Dude, I wanted to beat you so bad. I was right with you right there, and I stayed on it just a little bit too long.
I screwed the corner. It's so weird how bad you ride when you're under pressure.
I know. Like I was gaining, hit the turn, and just, so I ruined it.
All right, guys, since Tyrese blew the turn on the first race, we've got a tie. Everybody won. So we're just gonna run a third heat. 400s are going first, and then we're gonna throw Mike in the left lane and see what happens.
Same thing, second gear launch. We got this one. We got this.
My 400's got more power, but I have more weight, but I still think I can pull out against Pete's 400 unless he just drills the turn. But I think Mike will be able to get the turn and beat Tyrese. No way that Raptor can turn.
I think it's going to be sweet to have the 400s lined up, and the pressure is all on Tyrese because I'm going first.
How come there's not a Warrior, no 250R, no Banshee? Not my top quad.
Come on, Jessie! Come on, Jessie! Ah, Jessie, come on! I gave it everything I had, man. I gave it everything I had.
Hey, I thought you had me inside that turn.
It was close, man.
I went in, but I ended up out.
It was close. I tried to go a little conservative. We went way too fast the first time. Pete's such a strategist, dude. I feel like he the whole time was just waiting. He's like, I think we would have won if you guys were tied. I think I had you on that one, Tyrese. I was like full blast, man. You had me in the straight, but then I was getting you around the.
I thought you had me.
I was in front of you for a split second, and then you got me right there, and I couldn't reel you in.
I thought you had me. I swear I did.
Oh man, guys, I'm not gonna lie, still watching this footage, even knowing what was gonna happen, I'm still rooting for Jessie, hoping he's gonna edge out Pete. I really think the two of us could have got that race. Anyways, let's check out the leaderboard. We did record individual times to find out who went down and back the fastest. The combined times were super close, just about half a second apart, 31.75 seconds for Pete's team and 32.36 seconds for me and Jessie. Individual times are pretty consistent as well. Me and Tyrese almost had identical best scores. Tyrese having the best time at 15.28 seconds. Pete and Jessie were running around the 17 mark every time. However, there was one run where Pete nailed the corner super smooth and got 16.47 seconds. And Jessie might have been able to match that if it weren't for his slipping clutch. There was definitely some rider skill that made up time in this course. However, with the exception of Tyrese's spin out, both Tyrese and I put down faster times on every single run than Pete on any of his. Also, when it comes to a short drag race, 1 or 2 seconds is a pretty large margin. If you were to take out the aspect of the turn, it would probably have an even greater distance. So in this case, I would say that the machine can bridge the gap between rider. So even though I think that Jessie and I should have taken that one, we are now in second place. Pete and Tyrese are in the lead 2-1, and we're going to be moving on to the tight track challenge. But before we do that, we had some smack talk going on between Jacob and Tyrese. Jacob really thinks he can beat Tyrese going down and back on this course on his YFZ. Let's see what happens. All right, we got ourselves a grudge match here. We've got the host of the show going up against Tyrese. Tyrese is extremely fast. No one can beat him. But Jacob is a very technical rider, and I think around the bend in the back, he might be able to get him.
I'm known for cornering, so I should really just dominate in the corner, and maybe that'll give me enough time to catch back up at the end.
3, 2, 1, go! Jacob. Oh man, he's gonna want a rematch. Oh my God, Tyrese got him. Wow. I'm shocked. I thought it would have been opposite. I thought Tyrese would have taken him on the first stretch, and then Jacob would have caught up to him at the end and won it. But opposite, man.
So turns out I nailed the start. Blew the first corner. So everything I thought I was going to be good at, I was horrible at.
He wants another one. All right. I won a second race.
Hey, sit still.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, Jacob's going with some technique here. Oh, man. Oh, dude, this is close. Oh, I boxed him out. Oh, my God. Oh, dude. All right. Tyrese is the champ, man. That was good, man. He boxed him out and everything. That was really good. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect that. That was cool. Jacob is crushing it on the launch, though. He's killing it on the launch. Dude. Another one? Oh, man.
He stalled. Jake stalled on the turn.
Ah. 3, 2, 1, go! I think Tyrese is getting confident. I think he's got his confidence up. He's going to get him again. Wow. I think he's legitimately got him.
You know, Tyrese is a drag racer. I am not a drag racer at all. If there was like, go ahead and say it.
The weight difference.
I'm way fatter than Tyrese, so.
Oh, well, drag race, I just knew I was going to win that I just knew that was mine.
I can make all the excuses I want, but I lost.
Which is faster, the YC or the Raptor?
I'm putting that after the drag race. All right, let me hear the excuses.
Well, first race, I blew the turn. Second race, I killed it. Third race, killed it again, and I ran into him because he stopped in the freaking turn.
You got to admit, though, he boxed you out really good.
Oh, yeah.
On the second race, I thought you had it.
Hey.
You killed the launch every time.
A race is a race.
But he
How they race in NASCAR? Right. They box them out, right? Thank you.
That's the whole point of the go there and back. That's the whole point. I got to say that that was very good. Jacob's a very good rider. Tyrese undefeated in the drag race. Next up is the tight track. This should showcase the skill and the performance of the machine. There's a tight section which starts and finishes with a straight line where you can really lay down some power.
We are at the tight track. So the tight track is a series of ribbons and stakes outlining the course. We get as narrow as 55 inches at certain points. There's a nice slalom section here. Made a little wider for that, but it's all gonna be tight drifting, tight cornering. We had some rain, so the corners are a little slick, a little muddy. These guys, basically, they can pass the tape. If they blow through off the course, they have to come back through the tape where they left it. If they hit a stake, not run over a stake, just hit it, budge it, make it jump in any way, they will be penalized 1 second.
All right, we got this one in the bag.
That's too fast. Wow.
almost overshot that, dude.
You almost know that.
Yeah. That gets me like every time.
I don't like it either. I'm not a big jumper.
Pete's gonna crush this. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. I think you shouldn't be able to do that.
Pete took that turn super wide, and I went down and slammed the brake. I should have done that. I should have done that. Because you did. You went down there and went way out, and I was like,
That's sticking with it.
I went straight and like locked them up and slid in there, which looked cool, but it definitely was not time efficient.
I didn't swing it that wide. I mean, it was wide, but it wasn't like
advantageously wide.
Yeah.
It was advantageously
We're bringing
wide.
this up.
Come on.
You know, Tyrese and I talked about hitting the jump, and I gave him some tips, but sometimes it doesn't go to plan.
Sometimes a tip just isn't enough.
You know, I'm not a person that jump ramps or none of that stuff there. That's not my thing, so I really took a chance. So, you know, when I took that chance, I bust my ass.
I didn't see anyone change their air filters or clean them. That's going to be a problem down the road.
Bam!
Well, we both had our f***ups.
We'll get back to the results of the tight course, but first I wanted to thank you for making it this far into the video. I also want to thank the sponsors that helped to make Top Quad possible. Thank you to PeteHager.com for supplying parts, Rocket Ron Racing for suspension, Hermosi for supplying SBC 720 bar clamps and thumb throttles, DRW for case sabers and skid plates, Obor for tires, and Kenda for tires. All of the links to sponsor websites will be listed in the description below. If you're enjoying the video so far, liking the video and sharing the video, as well as leaving a comment, does help tremendously with the algorithm, and we appreciate that a ton. Making these videos is a blast, but it's also a ton of work. Together, the creators in this video drove thousands of miles and worked hundreds of hours to bring top quality content to the ATV and off-road community. If you're looking for a way to support and help us, please consider subscribing to my friends' YouTube channels, Pete Hager, 700R Raptor Life, Brewer Off-Road, and of course, my YouTube channel. You can also show your support by grabbing the official Top Quad 2 t-shirt. It's available now and is listed in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. All right, let's get back to the episode.
You know, it was really interesting already. Jessie made it through over half the course. Killed out. We didn't know what went on. I ran up there and I saw his gas was turned off. So then he had to turn it back on, wait for the bowl to fill back up and take off. Tyrese, same spot. We've got that little booter here. He doesn't like jumping, and he's been getting after it today. And I told him in his warm-ups, you're kind of peaking the top a little bit, and he peaked it a lot of bit on this one. So chucked him off the back of it. He hopped up, got back on the quad, and finished strong. So it'll be interesting to see what Heat 2 brings.
All right, guys, we all ran through our second heat. Tyrese and Jessie were able to put down a nice, solid lap time without any crashes. We took the best times, added them up, and let's see what the results are.
My second one was so much better because I had gas.
That makes a big difference.
Important.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get down to brass tacks here, okay? All right, Tyrese, your fastest time was 38:09. Pete, your fastest time was 32:87. Mike, your fastest time was 33:49.
Ooh.
Jessie, your fastest time was 36:97.
Oh my gosh. Is this really happening again?
And Jessie, your total 70:46. Pete and Tyrese, your total 70:95.
Yeah, baby!
5 of a second.
Yo, dude, I can't believe how competitive this is.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe how close this is.
You couldn't make this any better.
It's obvious this whole thing is rigged.
This is insane.
I believe Mike playing with the clock.
We did the math twice.
Yep. That is unreal. I was looking at your mouth. I was waiting for 60 or 70. I'm like, I thought you were going to say 69 or 68. Yep. That was incredibly close.
You got to think, like, you made up a lot of ground out here, but Pete lost some out here because he doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the horsepower.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, because I made up.
And you were smoothing through the technicals.
You and your start and finish were like
dynamite. If you could like add your start and finish to like what he was doing on the inside, like split times, it'd be tough to beat.
Yeah, everybody needs a good run.
Well, 4 events in, we had our first casualty. At least it wasn't too bad. We all agreed that while on this course the machine could make up for some lost time, it was still more of a skill-based course. Once again, Pete, the most experienced rider on the slowest machine, was able to put down the best time at 32.97 seconds. I was about a half second behind him, but realistically, given the difference in machine, I should have been able to win this one. Once again, we're all tied up 2-2. Let's go to the next competition, the speed trap. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Slow down there, partner.
I like this.
Thank you, Dave Moore. This came from DMR, Dave Moore Racing. It's a bush now.
Thank you if you need it. There's something wrong with it. Slightly tilted and it bothers the shit out of it. That'll work.
Matt, you look serious as or official as with that hat on and holding that radar gun.
You need the sunglasses on.
This looks like a futuristic film.
I got it before.
Yeah, dude. If I didn't have my gloves on right now, this is a picture moment and a half.
I'll take it. Take a screenshot.
Yeah, I'll screenshot that.
Something was doing 18 miles an hour out there.
You swung it up.
You know they would.
This thing, whatever you want to call it, radar gun, it is very finicky.
Cut the shit. Was it accurate?
It was not accurate if you weren't using it properly.
Okay, so for the speed trap, we've got a long straightaway, but to add at least a little bit of technicality to it, there is a bend right before the final stretch. Now, the final stretch isn't that long, so you can't completely wind out the machine after the stretch. You need to go into the corner carrying speed or you won't be maxed out. In no particular order, we all ran it 3 times. While everyone was practicing, I was setting up the course, making sure that the radar gun was working properly, so I had no practice runs. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Like pretty much every event, I know I'm at a power disadvantage, so I have to be as smooth as I can be and try to maintain as much speed as I can, otherwise I'm gonna get whomped.
say about the speed trap. It was the only thing. So it was very confusing to me the whole time, trying to figure out where I should lift off the throttle at. We had talked about lifting throttle for safety, but then you have to not lift throttle because that's where you're gaining all your speed. The idea was just to carry as much as I could through the corner. Once I started, I didn't lift the throttle.
Why aren't they going faster? I think this whole interview section is mad corny, if I'm being honest.
Man, I think he's carrying the most speed through that corner of everybody. It'd be interesting to have the speed gun on the corner, but his speed really don't change when he comes out of that corner until he gets up to us. Whoa, throwing some shit on us. That was a good run. He took that turn a lot better. Pete carrying a ton of speed through that corner and just letting her eat all the way to us. Let's see what Mike can do. See how he does that corner again. Dude, he's got a totally different strategy than everybody else. He's easing into that corner, and then he coming out hot and using that power.
I think I just like totally that up. Like, I was not carrying speed into that corner on like any one of those. I'm really not happy with my performance.
All three of you guys carried speed through the turn. Mike carried no speed until he got out of that turn and then hammered down on the throttle. No, it's two different techniques, but it was really competitive. I was surprised at how much that is boogieing out of the corner.
I feel like it would still get more speed if I went into that harder. I didn't do any practice runs, so all three of those were my first, second, and third try. Like the first time, I thought that was a sharper turn, so that's why I went through so slow and then punched it. And the second time, a little bit faster. And that's why I really wanted to do the third one. I came in with a little bit more speed that time.
But I think I did pretty good. If I did, y'all cheating.
Yeah, we need to.
Are you having fun?
Yes, sir.
How about you?
Not after that one.
Really?
I feel like I need another 3 runs. I had no practice runs. I really feel like every time you do that, you're like a little bit faster.
I mean, you carried me through every other event,
Justin.
so maybe I can carry you through this one.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah, because when you was in the curve.
All right, guys. Tyrese.
Yes, sir.
Your fastest run, 46 miles an hour. Jessie, your fastest run, 42 miles an hour.
Hot damn.
Pete, your fastest run, 43 miles an hour.
That's fast.
Mike,
Damn.
your fastest run, 45 miles an hour.
F***ing hell, dude.
Pete and Tyrese, team total is 89 miles an hour. Jessie and Mike, team total is 87.
Yes, sir.
I definitely had this one. Not happy about this. I'm just not happy about my performance. I definitely think I could have done better.
Mike was holding back. He screwed me.
Mike screwed me.
I bet Jake was too afraid of running the YFC against the Raptor.
Go Shire Farms.
Go me.
Go me.
The tie has been broken. We have a new leader. From this position and watching the radar gun during the run, Jessie had the fastest speed through the corners. You had, your 42 miles an hour was in the corner, and it never really gained after the corner. It might go from 40 to 42.
Jesse, what gear you was in when you came through? 4th? Yeah, I wasn't going that fast in there. Nice, man. Woo!
Thank you.
Pressure's on for the hill climb, dude.
We got it.
Oh man, so this course proving that rider skill does make a difference, even if it's just with one wide turn. I really felt that I could do better, so I went and ran the course a couple more times, and I was able to squeeze out 47 miles per hour. Had I got that in the competition, our combined scores would have been even at 89 miles per hour, but in real life, you can't go back and do redos. Something else to note is that Jessie probably could have squeezed out another mile per hour or two if his clutch were not slipping. It's those upper RPMs where a slipping clutch really starts to affect you. We also had Jacob run the course on his YFZ, and he was able to trap 49 miles per hour. We just couldn't seem to break that 50 mile per hour mark on this particular stretch. Let's check out the leaderboard. Pete and I are now tied again for first place. Tyrese trailing with 12 points, and Jessie hanging on with 8 points. It's all right, buddy. I still love you as my teammate. So we'll finish out this episode. Pete, and Tyrese are on top. It is 3-2, but that's all right. The next competition is the hill climb, and you know I'm gonna win that one with Jessie. Following the hill climb will be the finale. The finale is a combination of all the events put into one, and all of the riders will be racing that at the same time. It's gonna be awesome. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please consider giving a thumbs up and leaving a comment below. Also consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. There are about 70% of you that are not subscribed. Also consider subscribing to my friends' YouTube channels. We've got 700R Raptor Life, Pete Hager, and Brewer Off-Road. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Top Quad. Until then, peace out.